Hi guys, this video is going to be for people that are trying to use Copart and live in Canada. So it'll be able to tell should you buy your vehicle in the US, should you buy your vehicle in Canada basically, if you live close to the Canadian US border like I do. Okay, so I was recently just trying to purchase a vehicle and I knew my buying limit and how I didn't want to go over it, and something sold for very cheap. It was a Jeep Wrangler 2018 manual. It sold for 8K, which is like crazy good. It was in a rollover, so hardtop was messed up, windshield was caved in, so you need a new windshield and the housing around it, and probably a new door. Yeah, definitely a new door, possibly two new doors. The quarter panel was pretty bad where the gas tank is, so that was going to be a pretty bad fix. But retail estimated value for the car was like 32 or 33K. Now, it was saying estimated repair was 31K, which there's no way. Anyways, so if you're buying a vehicle in Copart Canada, you need either a dealer license. If not a dealer license, then you need to use a brokerage. Copart doesn't have any like brokers that they use basically or associate with in Canada yet. So there's only about 7 Coparts in all of Canada, 2 of which are in my province, which is in Ontario. One in Toronto and one in London, which is quite strange because they're relatively close to each other by 2 hours. So when you buy from Copart, there's going to be HST if you're in Ontario. So it's going to be whatever your guys' provincial sales tax is, or tax in general, sorry. So we have HST, so that's the federal tax and provincial tax together. Now that's 13%, it's pretty high. Now when you pay that through Copart Canada, you will not be paying it at Service Ontario or whatever you guys have. So you're going to pay your gate fee. I think that's around 60 something bucks. You're going to go through a broker, so the total could accumulate to around $1,000 extra that you're going to be having to spend. So if you bid 8, expect to spend around 9. Your towing fees, obviously take that into consideration, which is around $2.5 usually a kilometer. Or you can go to your U-Haul and get like a flatbed for I think 59 bucks. Okay. Sorry guys, I'm just looking at my list of things. I wrote down all conversions and should you buy it in the States, should you buy it here, which you're buying, like which you could bid in the US if you're going to actually purchase there, or which you could bid here if you were bidding here. So if you were going to bid in the US, you'll basically get a $3,000 buying power. Like if you bid $3,000, it's going to come up to 6160 or 6360 Canadian. That's currency exchange at the time, which is around, I think I did it at 32. Okay, so now if you're going to buy it in the States, you're going to be paying whatever their sales tax is, or sorry, their Fed tax or whatever their tax is for their state. So Detroit, or I know that's not their state, Michigan. Okay, so in Detroit, that's where I'd be purchasing this vehicle though. So 8%. So I'd be paying that through Copart, the 8%. Now you're going to be paying their gate fee. It's around 50 something bucks. Not 60 something like Canada. So you're going to be also paying the RIV program, RIV. So I don't remember the full abbreviation. That's in Canada you're going to be paying. So $200 to $350 Canadian. You're going to be paying an air conditioning fee if there's an air conditioner. That'll be $100. You'll be paying that at customs. If the vehicle is not made in North America, you'll be paying duty. You're going to be paying AES, which is US, $50. That's basically the export. Okay, this is nice to know. So you're going to be paying taxes on the sales tax. I mean, sorry. Jeez. You're going to be paying tax on what you bought the vehicle for. So make sure you have proof of what you bought the vehicle for. And if it's in an auction, hopefully you have proof. If it's like through Kijiji or something, try and post like other ads, like print them off and bring them with you of proof that's what the vehicle goes for around. Like 2 or 3, I think, because they can try and charge you like blue book or black book or whatever. They can try and charge you like the retail value of the vehicle, even though it's nowhere worth that, especially if there's like something wrong with it, like quarter panel damage and all of this damage on it. So just make sure you have proof. And it's nice because you'll be paying tax on what you bought it for. So say you win a bid at like 2,000, you're paying a bid on 2,000, not like 30,000. That'll save you a lot of money. Always factor in the currency exchange, obviously, your towing. What else here? So like I said earlier, $3,000 bid US will get you around 61.60 to 63.60 Canadian. It'll cost you, I mean. If you're gonna buy in Canada, like a $4,000 bid will cost you around 5,600 Canadian. Okay, so I'll talk about the brokerage, because the brokerage fees are usually around $1,000. Oh wait, before I talk about that, so Copart. If you're buying in Canada, like I said, you have to use a dealership or you have to use a brokerage. If you're gonna buy outside of Canada, some places they don't need a license. Some Coparts, some vehicles at Coparts, so no license required, which will save you a lot of money. Okay, so in Canada, having to use a brokerage because I don't have a dealer license or know a dealer, so I'm using a brokerage that's going to cost around $1,000 after fees with my brokerage. I'm going through a better bid. Now, things to know about a better bid are that it didn't cost anything to sign up with them, but you can do the membership way. So it didn't cost anything to sign up. Now, they have calculators and everything on their site. Now, those calculators don't really help you out because if you're Canadian, they don't convert over. And what's really confusing is if you wanted buying power, say $9,000 buying power, that's going to be, okay, 10% of your security deposit is going to be your buying power. So like $900 will get you $9,000 buying power. That $9,000 buying power, you have to pay them US, okay? So you paid $900 US, but it converted over, you're actually gonna have $9,000 US, but you convert that $9,000 US to Canadian dollars, and you get a lot more than that. But if the vehicle's Canadian, right, and you're bidding Canadian, you would think that you would have more buying power, but no, it's like at par on their website. So if you bid 9,000 Canadian dollars, you're gonna have no more buying power, even though you just gave them 900 US. You would think you would have more buying power, but no. So you'd have to come up with more money. So you're bidding 9,000 Canadian, but you just gave them buying power of 9,000 US, or you have buying power of 9,000 US. Sorry, it's really confusing. Okay, now besides that, they'll send you an invoice once you win the bid of how much you have to pay, and the currency exchange will be in there and everything. So you don't know what the currency exchange is going to be, unfortunately. So if you win a bid at 9,000, they're going to convert that over 9,000 Canadian to American, and then that's how much you would owe them. So you don't know, they're going to convert it at 32, 38, 36, you have no clue. And then you're going to bank wire transfer that to pay them off. And you have to do that within 2 business days. Like the second business day it's going to fall on. And I believe that was everything. I think there was something else I had to brush up on, but I forget what it was. If you guys have any questions, feel free to contact me. I've called a better bid a few times. The reason why I went with them is because you don't have to pay money to sign up. They're stationed all the way down in Florida, so I'm in Canada. It's a lot of long distance charges, especially when you call and you might be on hold for 20 minutes before anybody picks up the phone. Okay, so I believe I told you guys everything that you needed to know. If not, get a hold of me, because chances are I looked it up. There's a lot of information here that I had to figure out. So if you're buying a vehicle in the States and you want to bring it back to Canada, I probably know the answer of what the fee is going to be. If you're trying to buy it in Canada and you need to know what you need to do, you should have got it from the video. If not, just shoot me a question in the comments. Okay, thanks guys.